Alrighty you guys, so one thing which I've been waiting for was them to provide us with a little bit more information on Eizen. Obviously we got the gist of it, we got his full gameplay, they kind of informed us on his kit. Obviously he is going to be a Battlefield user, but the man is also kind of being, well, in a way he's kind of being used as a DPS with Battlefield kind of into the mix, right, in terms of course the continuation of combos that you can apply. Honestly, this Eizen just sounds pretty ridiculous if you ask me. Now, one thing which I was waiting on was a certain post to give us that little bit more info on him, because realistically we don't know what his weapon card is doing, we don't know what the stamp card is doing, we don't know what the passive he's got, and well, they've given us the passives. So we are going to be taking a look at a more in-depth terms of on what Eizen is providing us, because obviously this is definitely going to be a character that's going to be working alongside Toshiro. So obviously Toshiro is the main DPS, but like I said, with the way that they've built Eizen, I feel like this man can run two roles in one and just have URAHARA behind him, or even Momo, you know. I think it's doable, to be honest. We'll definitely try it out, but as it stands, from what I've been seeing all over social media, the hype is real. And everyone is going all in for Eizen for what I'm seeing. So fair play, fair play. Again, if you're next, hey, GG, your banner ain't going to be making as much. Everyone's going all in on Eizen. But anyway, let's take a look on what's going on. So yeah, this is the post that I was talking about. Obviously, they kind of go over the kit. For the most part, we know what the kit is, because obviously we were told yesterday in terms of what he's doing. But it was this specific page right here to give us the info on the passive. So just to kind of run it through, let's see what's going on. So characteristics. The character offers a mid-range area of effect, damage and tactical support, combining area of effect with armor penetration with combo attacks. Armor penetration. See, when I see that armor penetration, I'm just like, he is somewhere on his kit. There's going to be something said about him just, you know, breaking the enemy's breakage bar a lot quicker. I am truly suspecting that. It could be through his Battlefield skill, to be honest. Anyway, continuing on, leveraging its formidable strength and the Mirror Flower Water Moon ability, it can launch a sustained high-frequency suppressive attack. After precisely entering the battlefield, its unique mechanism records team damage and inflicts massive damage on enemy targets upon settlement. Okay, I mean that kind of makes sense on on how Eizen's working. Alright, so what are the passives looking like? Let's have a look. Okay, so this is his initial core passive. Eizen can gain Ryatsu points through various attack methods, we know of this, okay. When he reaches 3 Ryatsu points, he can release any battlefield skill and enter a Ryatsu shock state for a period of time. Okay, so the Ryatsu points are in correlation to his battlefield. We know that he's got multiple battlefield skills, so depending on how many that we have, will determine on the one that we can use. Okay, got that down. During this time, Eizen's resistance to interruption is increased, and he can automatically trigger perfect evasion in most cases when an enemy is about to hit him. So this is something that we already know of. That's crazy. I would have thought that at some point his resistance to dropping the enemy's spirit increase of damage would have dropped, but I guess it's not on the passive. Interesting. During Spiritual Pressure Shock, the gained Spiritual Pressure points will be converted into enhanced Spiritual Pressure points. Eizen will consume all enhanced Spiritual Pressure points when releasing the battlefield skill Black Coffin, which, if you guys don't know, it is this. Boom, right here. If 3 points are consumed at once, switching teammates will automatically release their Sealing attack, okay, which will have its damage and Spiritual Pressure reduction efficiency halved. In addition, for every enhanced Spiritual Pressure points consumed, the entire team will gain 1 stack of Illusion Shield, up to a maximum of 3 stack. What is the Illusion Shield? Okay. Curious to see what that is. Could it be something similar to what Komamura has in terms of the shield play that because, I mean, technically speaking, Komamura is the only other character that we have that does that shield play. And once that shield is activated and applied onto your ally that's on the field, and I believe, if I can remember correctly, they get a crit rate increase. If you have his first two, it will then also give them, should I say, a crit damage increase. So curious to see on what Eizen's shield will be providing for the team. Okay, okay, that's good. Other passives. So that's his core. That's the initial passive which we will get. Other passive. So these are the ones that we're gonna have to unlock. So the first one, when using a battlefield skill, each enhanced spiritual pressure points consumed will apply an additional stack of crush to the target to a maximum of 6 additional stacks. The effect of Crush is enhanced. So I suspect Crush is it's going to be some form of increase of damage. It's some form of debuff towards the enemy, allowing us to do more damage. In what form, I don't know. Does it reduce defense? Does it make it so that there's more damage to be dealt? If it's a universal damage dealt, that's awesome. But if it's specifically Spirit, then okay, well, we kind of suspected that. Okay, if Eizen is in the complete suppression state when he releases his backstage backfoot, so that's the back-end backfoot skill which we spoke about in the last video, the damage of his next backfoot skill, Black Coffin, will be increased. Oh, can we not just spam that? To what extent can we buff up the Black Coffin backfoot skill? That's what I want to know, because we can pretty much spam that, because technically speaking, that back-end battlefield skill is within his regular attack, his normal attack, once he's in that enhanced state. So, okay, I'm very curious to see to how much we can enhance the increase of that battlefield skill, Black Coffin. Okay, interesting. During the Mirror Flower Watermoon status, the critical rate of all characters in the team is increased. Hey, there it is. We've got some support. Crit support, hallelujah, there we go. I was going to say, where's that Toshiro support at? So if you guys don't know, to those that do have Toshiro, obviously realistically you want to get his crit rate to around about 40, well I say around about 45. 45 is like the minimum. So this is a W. Wait, I just realized, oh my god, wait, him and Urahara are just a beautiful combination, because Urahara provides that crit damage, Eizen's doing the crit rate. Your main DPS, build them up quite nicely. Oh, they're going to be absolutely loving it. Wow, okay. Damn. Okay. All I will say is this. If the debuffingness that Eizen possesses, it's in favor of it being like an over... Because, I mean, I don't think nothing's been specified to say Spirit. I haven't seen... Unless I'm going crazy, but I've not seen anything specified to say that he is specifically catering to the mono. Although he's a battlefield user, the battlefield skill 100%, as we've seen previously, will be catered to Spirit. Okay, so that's the only downside. Unless they make it universal. But with every other battlefield user, they've always made it so that it doesn't even specify it here. Yeah, that's the annoying thing about it, because I just took my time just to go over everything that they've said. Again, this is something that we've already looked at, but unfortunately, it doesn't specify. Compared to like how I've looked into the previous battlefield users, of course. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But I will say this right now: him and Urahara together, that's a duo. If I've ever seen one, makes it even more worth to say that a two-man team is doable with these two. If I'm being completely honest, sounds like to me it's doable. It's doable. But again, it comes into on what his dupes are doing. Again, we won't find out about the dupes. They don't tell us about the weapon or the stamp card until the game releases, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. But again, we got a little bit of insight on the core passive. Unfortunately, we don't get a full-on in-depth look, because again, we're still, well, I would say we're not really speculating on what Crush does, because again, it's some form of debuff allowing us to do more damage. I'm hoping it's overall damage increase rather than Spirit, but we'll have to wait and see. Illusion Shield, that's something brand new now, so the whole team's gaining a potential, oh, I'll say a maximum stack of 3, so very curious to see on what that's going to be doing for our team. Is it damage reduction? Is it some form of survivability? Is it an increase of damage? More than likely, that's what it is, because the way that they've worded Eizen to be, he's just what it sounds like, someone that is going to be enhancing our damage as well as he himself. And then of course, you know, can't complain with the critical rate increase once we're in that flower state, if you want to call it that, for the whole team. So yeah, we'll take that. A bit of a bonus right there. But as it stands, that's the passives on what Eizen is working with. Sounds pretty offensive if you tell me. So again, very much looking forward to building this man up. So yeah, the only thing I can hope for is that maybe hopefully the leakers can inform us ahead of time on what we're working with the weapon and stamp, as well as hopefully provide us with what the debuffs are, what the buffs are for the enemies and allies, as well as what type of percentage rate are we working with within his kit. That's predominantly what we're kind of just waiting on. And then but hey, we're like 24 hours away, or less than 24 hours away for it all to kick off. So hey, if it is what it is. If the info drops, the info drops. If not, ladies and gentlemen, regardless, everyone's going all in. But we got his passives. We got the passives. Anyway, I'm excited. Yeah, see you guys in the next one.